It's Saturday, June the 8th. And you want to know how it's storming? Because poor Miss Minx is hiding underneath my legs. Right now. She's here on the floor, cuddled up. I don't know if you can hear the rain or not. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I will figure this out, one way or another. How to get back here. and stretch out. I'm just gonna go up here like this. I'm still right here. She's got my foot behind her. Yes, I don't know what happened in her life that made her so scared of storms, but she's not a fan. She's not a fan. I was going to mention the cookie fluff yesterday, in yesterday's video, because I was like, you know, after I slept for half the day, I was like, you know, I knew the important thing to do was to make the video answer the question. I was like, the only other thing I have to do is make cookie fluff, and I can do that. I could have done that here at 3 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to, you know, because it's not like I'm not going to be bothering any of my neighbors and they're mixing things. I don't know if you can hear the rain or not, but tis storming, tis raining. And it's like sometimes like it'll be raining. I don't know what part of the storms it is that actually bother her, but because sometimes like there was thunder earlier. There was a big like rumble of thunder, and she didn't seem bothered, you know, or anything. But it's okay. That's okay, I guess. But yes. Here we go again. Since you know, since I was awake, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever, I just decided I'd go ahead and do today's question and get it out of the way, so that way I don't forget at some point to do it. And since I was sitting here watching TV, you know, the Drag Race All-Stars, I was trying to watch that, and I kept falling asleep at the end. So I finally got that watched, and I was like, you know, before I watch Untucked, I was like, maybe I should make today's video answer today's question, which is, did I switch the page yesterday, or did I go back to the same page? I switched the page. Good for me. Who was your last argument or fight with, and was it stupid? I was trying to think of, once again, if I don't think I've been in any arguments since I was in an argument with my online friend, my friend that I've known for 10 years, well, longer now, even though we haven't spoke for the last few years, I guess. I was trying to think if there's been any arguments since then. If I've been in, I mean, there again, as we were talking about yesterday, I don't live a very dramatic life at all. So I don't have an opportunity to get in very many arguments or anything. I'm gonna sit up, maybe. Here, maybe sit like this. There we go. And now she's still supported down there with my foot beside her. I think I've managed to make it go. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even feel like I've gotten in any, like which is better, Star Wars or Star Trek? You know? Like, I don't even feel like I've gotten in any conversations like that. And that's not really an argument. I guess it's more of a discussion, maybe. Not necessarily an argument, you know, where, you know, tempers are flaring, whatever. So I'm honestly going to say probably the last argument I had was with that online friend that I've mentioned before. And was it stupid? I mean, my friend felt the way that she felt, obviously. There's no getting past that. And, I mean, a part of me feels yes. A part of me feels, honestly, yes. It was stupid. You know, I understand I made some missteps, and, you know, they weren't they weren't done on purpose. They weren't done intentionally. They weren't done to hurt this person. They were just honest mistakes. I mean, big mistakes, yes, forgetting her birthday. But I don't know anybody's birthday. Like, I was discussing that with Peter in the trash truck the other day, about it's kind of like, if we didn't go on a trip for my mom's birthday every year, I wouldn't, like, it's October sometime? I don't know. My best friend Jason, who I've known since first grade, his is December something. December something. Robert, who I've known since fourth grade, his is the one that's in July. I don't think I have those backwards. I'm pretty sure that's correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't anything personal. It wasn't anything, you know, I don't, just details like that just don't matter to me. If you don't know when my birthday is, I don't care. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like my friend and I had been through so much more shit, had been through so much more, like, you know, me being there to support her when she felt upset. I had done things for her. One time she used to do, live streams, and she mentioned once that we got in a discussion of Pop-Tarts, and she found out that, like, we had pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts, you know, and because she didn't live in this country, and so I attempted to, without her knowledge, to surprise her, send her pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts. They didn't make it across the border for whatever reason. I still don't know why they didn't make it across the border. We didn't have any here. I had to order them from someone on eBay and send them to her, have that person send them to her. You know, and it's like, like, shit like that matters to me way more. Like, you know, being there to be a shoulder to cry on, being somebody to, you know, to talk to, whatever, just kind of, you know, then I don't care if you don't remember my birthday. I guess that's part of why I feel the argument was stupid, is because it's like, I don't know, like, I just feel like there was stuff that, like, you know, the understanding didn't come, it wasn't a two-way street, you know. It's like, oh, you know, there was one time, because we got into this thing where she was calling, you know, once or twice a week, whatever, FaceTiming or whatever, and there was one day I was just so tired. I mean, you've seen me almost fall asleep making videos before, and this, you know, in this year of making questions, like, you can tell when I'm tired, and I was tired. I was like, but, you know, it's like, you know, it's like the calls were important to her, so I didn't want to, like, not take the call, whatever, because it was a day we were scheduled to, like, oh, you know, talk, whatever, because we were talking, like, once or twice a week on the phone or something, whatever, and, you know, and I told her at the beginning, I was like, oh, you know, I'm just tired, whatever, I'm just tired, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, I mean, she did say, she's like, oh, well, if any time you need to go, just let me know. It's kind of like, okay, you know, and of course, I'm too nice to say, you know, I don't know, I just feel like, it's like, I mean, I could have said, like, yeah, but then it's like, I didn't want her to take it, she ended up upset anyway, so it didn't matter. You know, because it was kind of like, I don't feel like, you know, because she came to that conclusion on her own, when I was like, because I wasn't being very vocal, I wasn't being very, like, you know, kind of like, yeah, you know, I was like, you know, And she's like, well, you know, we've been on the phone for, you know, almost 2 hours now. And she's like, I'd worked that night. I was, you know, like, I work overnights for 17 years now. It's the same story every time. She's like, you've had plenty of time to wake up. You just don't want to talk to me. I'm kind of like, whatever. Yet a kind of thing, like, if that's the way you're going to feel about it, you know, like, that's the way you're going to feel about it. Like, I can't change that. No level of me explaining shit to you is going to change that. You know, it's like, that's the way that you feel, even if it's incorrect, which it was, you know, and it's like what can I do? What can I do? You know, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like, she wasn't like, well, I can tell that you're tired, you know. She's like, I'm just going to let you go, and, you know, you get some rest, and we'll talk tomorrow. Or, you know, we'll talk next Tuesday, or whatever it was. You know, no big deal, don't worry about it, you know, kind of thing. Like, you know. But instead, that happened. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. You know, kind of like, I mean, I don't, you know, like, I guess I should have just said, you know, but then it's like she might have been upset, and it's like, oh, well, you're getting off the phone with me, you're just pretending to be tired, you don't want to talk to me. Like, she might have came to the same fucking conclusion no matter what I did. I don't know. You know, because it ended the way that it ended, and it's like, you know, I don't know. I just felt there could have been a bit more understanding about things from her side of it. You know, it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I wasn't trying to. I wasn't going out to try to, you know, and then, like I said, it was like, you know, there was this declaration of, you know, deeper feelings than just friendship, and I didn't really reciprocate that, you know, and she sent me that email, and she was like, we never have to talk about this, blah, 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 blah. She's like, you never have to bring this up. No, I didn't have to bring it up. She brought it up twice, and I'm like, I was like, my plan was to just kind of ignore it and just be like, you said in the email I didn't have to bring it up. But then it was like, it was brought up, and then it was like, I didn't know, once again, like I said, I didn't know how to handle it, so I handled it badly. Because it's just kind of like, I don't want to hurt her feelings, you know, but, I mean, I ended up doing that anyway, so trying to not hurt her feelings, maybe even more so than just being like, you know, it's like, and there was one time that, like, we were supposed to talk on the phone, and, like, I fell asleep, you know, like, I fell asleep. Like, sometimes, like, I think I forgot to set an alarm. I didn't immediately set an alarm after we talked the previous day, whenever that was. I didn't immediately set an alarm to wake up for that. But sometimes I can wake up, just like I did yesterday for second work at Parks and Rec. I set 2 alarms, 5 minutes apart. Woke up, turned both of them off, dozed back off. Like, that's what, you know, happens. But I forgot to set an alarm, and, you know, I just didn't set an alarm, and I slept through, you know, when we were supposed to talk, you know. And she was like, waiting for the call, sitting by the computer, waiting for the call. And it's like, maybe you could just, like, understand that, like, I work over, because you said, you know, she even said the next time when she laid into me, which also might have been the day that I was tired, so it's like, I mean, I wasn't really in the mood to be laid into in the first place, you know, and she was like, do you know what I did the other day when you didn't call, or, you know, you didn't answer the phone? She's like, I just kept looking at the clock, you know, just, you know, when's Jason gonna call, like, maybe just don't do that, like, realize he overslept, it's okay, I'll talk to him next time, You know, like, we can talk later. He's obviously tired. I'm just gonna let... But instead it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't do anything intentionally, but everything, like, I just kept making... Because I'm human, and I make mistakes. You know? It's like, everything was just taken, like, so personal, and then, like, the next mistake was just taken even more personal than the last. And it's like, it just ended up being, like... I don't know. I did blatantly admit, because it's like, because she sent me some message. Oh, she's like, something about, checking in on her or something, like, why haven't you checked in with me or something? Like, friends do that, and it's like, I didn't even know anything was going on, like, as far as she had unfriended me on Facebook, then she refriended me. And it's like, she had been, liking my posts, and, like, as far as I knew, everything was copacetic. Like, I didn't know there was a problem. I didn't know you were upset. I didn't know you were going through something. And she's like, I could have used a friend, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I didn't know anything was going on. Like, how the hell am I supposed to know something's, like, if you want to talk, just be like, hey, can we talk? I don't know. It's like, or like, hey, I'm going, like, there was no indication at all that she was going through anything, but apparently she was going through something, and I hadn't checked in on her, but I don't check in on anybody, like, I don't know, but she sent me that message, something about, something about, friends, checking in on people. She's like, friends do that, and it was just kind of like, I'm just not in the mood to deal with this. Like, I don't even know how to, like, it's like, I have to handle this, I have to say, like, but it's like, it's kind of, I guess at that point, anything I said would have hurt her feelings, so, obviously I was hurting her feelings saying nothing, so it's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I ignored it. I flat out fucking ignored it. And she sent me a message later asking if I was ignoring her, basically. And at that point, I'm kind of like, this isn't going to go away. I have to, say something, I guess. It's like, or she's like, are you ignoring me? Or so, I can't remember exactly what it was that she, she said, she asked, and, are you avoiding me or something? I guess it's all the same. It doesn't really matter. I was like, yes, I am, because it's like, I hate, like, conflict is not, I think because, I grew up in a house where parents were arguing all the time, like, I'm just, like, conflict makes me very uncomfortable. I mean, most people, I think it does, so that's not like I'm really saying anything, but, like, some people actually get off on it, maybe arguing a little bit, but it's like, I'm just, like, I don't like to argue, I don't like to, like, I didn't, like, this was a friendship to me, and I even continued to use the word, friend. Oh, I'll always be your friend, I'll always be your friend, and it's like, just continuing to, like, build up this person or reassure this person that I would be their friend, it didn't matter, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of the day, she made her own decision that it's like, I wasn't her friend, or whatever. I just... And I understand, like, she had abandonment issues from the past and, different things and whatever. But it's like, I mean, that can be hard to get over, but it's like when somebody proves themselves to you, like, over and over and over again, time and time again, within, an almost decade of a friendship, like, maybe this person is different, and maybe you should, like, treat them differently. Like, I don't know. Like, so, I mean, honestly, part of me, like, I'm sorry I upset her. I didn't intend to do that. So that's kind of why I feel like the argument was stupid, because it was like, even though she was, upset, and I'm sorry, like, but, I guess I didn't do much to reassure her. It's like, you know, but it's like, I don't know, it's... So yes, I feel the last argument that I had was stupid. So there you go. If you ask the other person, they might have a completely different point of view on the subject, but that's kind of my take on it. Is I didn't like, and like I was going out of my way to try to not hurt this person's feelings, and I ended up doing it anyway. So it didn't matter at the end of the day. I should have just, you know, been honest and been like, you know, I don't know. I guess I was just kind of hoping that she would get the point that it's like, I was like, she even knew I had like that, you know, single and happy on Valentine's Day, like, video, and I don't know. I don't know where that came from. For one, I mean, maybe she had feelings for me for a long time, I don't know. But I talked multiple times in my videos about how I was happily single and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't hook up either, so it's like, I don't know if she thought, you know, she was going to come down here for a visit and get some nookie, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, like, I don't know. And then it was just like, it just imploded, and it's like, it's exactly the reason I don't want to be in a relationship, because of this kind of shit, you know? So it's like, I don't know, but anyway, I'm Blinken over here, Abe Lincoln, yeah, so before it cuts me off, I guess, I'm just gonna put that to bed and upload this video. Yeah. So, I guess I'll see you for when I see you. Maybe. Who knows?